Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica Marche. For those of you who are new here, for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos. If we could all just take a moment to like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so this is the second video in my series of becoming that girl in 2022, right? My first video was us planning it out, and I suggest you go watch that video first before you come to this one, because I need you to have a plan for 2022. Like we not about to wing it, because that's how things don't get completed, right? Is when you just wing it. So go back and watch that video and then come back to this video and then we'll get started. In this video, we're gonna talk about the mindset of becoming that girl in 2022. So what is keeping us from becoming that girl? Obviously, something in our mindset has us stuck because, hey guys, sorry about that. My battery went dead and I had to go charge it. Anywho, so back to what I was saying. So something in our mindset has us stuck and we need to figure out what that is. And in order to figure out what that is, we need to think about what are the thoughts that we're telling ourselves. What are we repeating to ourselves that's embedding into our subconscious, that is creating habits, which habits create who we are as a person. It creates our personality, right? So I suggest to get your journal, like I suggested in our first video. Have your journal, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this into action. We're going to write down at least, bare minimum, 5 things, 5 negative things, or just 5 things that we keep telling ourselves over and over. So I'll volunteer one that I keep telling myself. So I keep telling myself that I love being alone. I love being isolated. And to a certain extent, it is true. But that thought alone has gotten me to a point where I don't go out as much as I should. It's harder for me to connect because I'm alone a lot. So this year my goal is to connect more with others. So when I write that down, I'm going to cross it out and then put, I love to be alone in a healthy way, but I also genuinely love connecting with others. And I'm going to keep repeating that. So it'll embed into my subconscious and it'll become a habit, and the habit will become a part of my personality, right? So this is how we're going to change our mindset. We're going to change our mindset by, 1, identifying the things that we're just telling ourselves to create this personality that doesn't serve us anymore, right? So number 2, I think that will help us get into the right mindset of becoming the person that we want to be is the why behind why we want to change. Because I can simply just say I want to change, but if there's no solid why, then that sometimes can create a lack of motivation. So my personal why is because I'm just ready to level up, right? I'm ready to go to the next level of life. And your why doesn't have to be this philosophical thing of like, I want to be a better person because I want the world to see me as this better person. I want to do great for the world. I want to be this amazing person in the world. It doesn't have to be that. Your why could literally just be because I want to, right? It doesn't have to be this because I want to help the world and save all the children. Like it does not have to be that. So honesty, being honest with your why is very important. My why is simply because I want to move to the next level and I'm just sick of my shit. That is my why. So now that we thought about like the negative things that we've told ourselves, and now that we've thought about the why as to why we're going to change, let's think about the blocks that we have on ourselves and the limitations that we have put on ourselves. One thing I think you guys need to understand is that there's no such thing as a limit in life, right? That is a scarcity mindset. And having a scarcity mindset, it limits you in a lot of ways, and honestly in all ways in life. So one thing we definitely need to understand is that there are no such thing as a limit to anything, right? There's no limit to money. If Jeff Bezos can make somebody's yearly salary in seconds, there's no limit to money. If a girl from nothing can become a talk show host, can become a billionaire, there is no, there's no limit to this. So now we need to identify what are our limiting beliefs. Like, are you telling yourself, well, since my parents were poor, then I'm destined to only just make this amount of money to be comfortable, or I'm destined to be poor? Are you telling yourself, well, I failed 5 times in the past, so I'm not going to try this time, so I'm not going to even try to make something happen, you know? Like, identifying your limiting beliefs can be hard. I'm not gonna admit it can be hard, because you don't want to admit to yourself that you are the reason why your life is the way your life is. All right, and that brings me to my third point: being responsible for your own actions and your own life, right? So from 2022 here on out, we're not blaming them, they, and that, right? We're not gonna say like, oh, well, I didn't get the job because of this person, or this opportunity didn't come in because of this person, or I didn't lose the weight because of this, that, and the third. No, like right now we're taking full-fledged responsibility of our lives. So I want you to write down in your journal, write responsibility, and I want you to write down at least 3 responsibilities that you are just gonna take on without a doubt. So for me, a main responsibility is the opportunities that I receive in life. I feel like there was a point in time where I was blaming people for opportunities not falling through, or blaming people for just not putting me in a position. And it's like, okay, that's not their job. Like, your job is to put yourself in a position, put yourself out there to be seen, and to make these opportunities happen. So that is the mindset we're going to start off with. So I'm not going to make this video too long. I just want us to have a good mindset going into 2022, and understanding that becoming that girl, it's going to take some mental work. It's not just going to happen overnight. So just a small recap: we discuss our mindset and stop speaking to ourselves negatively, and changing those things. And that brings me to my third point: taking responsibility for your life. In 2022, we're going to take responsibility for our life completely. And I feel like once we do that, we'll understand that our actions create results. So let's stop blaming this and that person for this opportunity not coming in. Let's stop blaming our parents for not doing their job properly so we could be this amazing person. We're taking our mental health into our own hands, our finances into our own hands, our entire life just into our own hands. And I think a way to do that is to really sit down and understand and look around at your life, and think about the things that you don't necessarily enjoy about that. And I want you to think about the actions that happened for you to get into that negative position, right? So for me, I'll say there was a point in time where I lost my job, and I was blaming everybody. It was just like, why didn't they just do this? Why didn't this happen? Why didn't that happen? If we weren't poor, I could have a trust fund, and like just running through all these things of like things outside of myself, as these things could have happened and I would have just been in a better position. When in reality, it was just like you weren't doing the level of work that was needed. So take that. If I would have taken that and then leveled up, and me just taking my responsibility and just leveled up and practice on my skill set, you know, things could be better. And honestly, that's actually what I did. I mean, it took me a minute to realize like, okay, you're the reason why this shit is happening. But once I sat down, it was just like, okay, let me just better my skill set. I was able to get a better position, making way more money than I was. So that's something that is, I think, extremely important in this journey, is taking responsibility of your life and taking responsibility of your actions and your habits and all of this. Let's not look up in December 2022 and realize we didn't accomplish any of our goals because we just didn't take the responsibility of taking the action, or taking the responsibility of being uncomfortable, right? So that is the end of this video. I know it's a very short video, and I hope you guys got a lot out of it. So let's just do a small recap of what needs to be done after you watch this video, because there is homework with my videos. 1, write down 5 negative thoughts or thoughts that you keep telling yourself that has embedded into your subconscious that is no longer serving you. 2, identify your limiting beliefs. Where are your limits lying? And I just want you to truly take into heart to when I say there is no such thing as a limit on life. There is no such thing as scarcity. We live in an abundant universe, and you can have it all. So that's the second thing I want you to do. And the third thing I want you to do is to sit and just accept. Sit and accept the responsibility of your life. In January 2022, we are accepting our responsibility of our lives. All right, so there is that, and that is your homework. And I thank you guys so much for coming back and watching the video. And if you're new here, again, please go back and watch my last video. It will help you greatly plan out your 2022. I will see you guys in the next video where we continue to level up and continue to make our 2022 the best possible. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.